So number 8 from yesterday's notes, we had this equation, and we were saying that sometimes the variable shows up on both sides of the equation. But good habits, I see that equal sign. I'm going to separate left side from right side. And I can still ask myself, if I cover up one side, can I do any simplifying? So if I cover up the left side and I look at the right side, 2a minus 23 does not simplify. You have 2 apples, you owe $23. You can't make that simpler. If I cover up the right side and I just look at the left side, I owe 3 apples and I owe $18. I cannot simplify that. Okay, so now what I would do next, I'm not going to worry about the minus 18 and the minus 23 yet, because I'm looking at this and going like, my variable's on both sides. I don't want that. In the end, it's a equals a number or a number equals a. So remember, you get to pick which side do you want to keep the variable on. You can cancel it on the left and keep it on the right. Or you can keep it on the right, cancel it on the left. I think I just said that. You can keep it on the left or the right side, either way. I like to have positives when possible. So I know that if I take away 2a here, it's going to be a negative 5a. If I do negative 3a minus 2a, that's going to be a negative 5a. And that's not wrong. It's just that I like to try to avoid negatives when possible. So if I give 3 apples over here, they'll be out of apples. And then I'll give 3 apples here, we'll have 5 apples, positive 5, we'll have it. So I'm going to choose to do that. I'm going to choose to add 3 apples on both sides. And I'm not just adding 3, I'm adding 3a, okay? Because that's going to cancel with the minus 3a. No more apples on the left. I'm left owing $18. Now on the right side, I had 2 apples and I owed $23, and we gave the right side 2 apples. So now they have 5 apples on the right. They still owe $23. And from here, it's a 2-step equation. Don't worry about the negative 18, because it's not going to tell us what to do. I'm worried about the 5 and the negative 23. I like to cancel my addition or subtraction first. So adding 23 here will cancel the subtraction. The $23 I owe, I'll give $23, and we'll pay that debt. I have to balance over here. So on the left side, this will come out to a positive 5. On the right side, we're down to just 5 apples. That is 5 times a on the right. I can ignore the 5 on the left for the moment. 5 times a, I can cancel that by dividing by 5. And then I'll do that on both sides. That's going to cancel. I'm down to 1 apple now. And 5 divided by 5 over here is going to be a positive 1. And that equals a over there. And there's our solution, we think. But let's check this. If we do the original equation, this is where it's a little bit different. Like back in number 6, when we did the check step, remember I've told you like you can just do all of this on the calculator if you want to. From here, 5 minus 3 times 9 plus 1 in the parentheses. You can do that all in the calculator if you want to, and just press enter and see if it gives you negative 25. The check step over here is a little different because I don't just have a value on the left or the right. Both sides are expressions. So I'm going to have to plug this in. I'm going to have to, let's see, here's our check step. So we have negative 3a minus 18 equals 2a minus 23. I'm going to put that positive 1 on both sides. So that positive 1 for a is going to go in here. And that positive 1a for a, is also going to go in here. And I'll rewrite my expression. So we'll have the negative 3 times a becomes a positive 1 minus 18. Is that equal to 2 times the positive 1 for a minus 23? I'm hoping that's true. I don't know what result I'm supposed to get. I don't know what value I'm supposed to get. I just know I should get the same value on the left side as I do on the right side. So let's see here. If we do our order of operations, there's no operations inside grouping symbols. There's no exponents. We've got multiplication here. And then on the opposite side, I can do it in the same step. We've got multiplication there. So this will become a negative 3. We'll still have the minus 18. Is that equal to 2 times 1 would be a 2 minus 23? are those going to come out the same? Well, let's see. On the left side, negative 3 minus 18 is going to be a negative 21. Is that equal to, on the right side, 2 minus 23? Yeah, that's a negative 21. So that's true. So my result, my solution of 1 equals A or A equals 1 seems to be good. Okay. Last thing I'll say is that if you wanted to subtract 2A up here, you should still come up with the same result. It'll just be flipped. You would have A equals 1 if you do it that way. But same result. Doesn't matter if the variable's on the left or the right. So there you go. So that's solving an equation with a variable on both sides. You can add or subtract the variable.